In this installment, we are back from our little All-Star Week hiatus, and we're getting back into the NBA with a 7-game slate on Thursday. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef Dan. I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Thursday night NBA slate we got going on. We are back. This is the second half of the season. Guys, before I deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJSD. And if you are currently a viewer and not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. We are currently around 759, 760 range. The goal is to get to 1,000. 1,000 subscriber will be receiving cold hard cash. Okay, now let's get into the second half of the season. We're going to finish this season strong going into the playoffs. We're going to start off with the point guard position, and that will be Rajon Rondo. All right, Rajon Rondo from the Cleveland Cavaliers. There are a lot of injuries, as you can see right now, for the Cavaliers on Thursday. There's not going to be any Darius Garland right here. He's out, and there's not going to be any Karis LeVert. So point guard duties are going to be left to the veteran in Rajon Rondo. In some previous games where he got a boost in minutes, he took full advantage of that against the Indianapolis Pacers. 33 minutes, 40.75 DK points, 17, 6, and 7. Very nice stat line there. And then against the Pacers in another game, he had a double-double in that one, 15 points, 12 assists, and 5 rebounds, okay? They also do have Brian Goodwin. He might get a few minutes, but the Cleveland Cavaliers going to need a leader since Garland is out. That's usually their point guard and their leader of the team. Rajon Rondo fits perfectly in this offense to run it. And we're going to be moving on to our shooting guard position, and that will be Marcus Smart. We have the Boston Celtics going against the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets have no talent on that side currently right now. There's not going to be no Ben Simmons, no Kyrie Irving, no KD. So a lot of backups, but it's perfect for Marcus Smart playing that 3-and-D type of basketball game. He's taken the reins over as the point guard since they sent over Dennis Schroeder. He steps in as the number one guard on this team, and it's a perfect fit for him. The way he plays defense, he's become a better passer as of late. And pretty much before his little ankle injury, he was putting up solid numbers, averaging 16 points, 4.5 assists, and 3 rebounds in 28.8 minutes. So he's being very, very productive. So there's some upside here at his current price at 6,200 in a up-tempo game in Brooklyn. Okay, Brooklyn, no matter what, who's in or out, they're going to be chucking threes at a very high clip. They have Stephen Curry. They have Patty Mills. They have tons of guys that can knock down the three still. So Marcus Smart is going to have to be utilized on both sides of the ball. And we are projecting him to get a very well over 10 points, chip in some rebounds, and assist as well. And that's definitely going to be worth his current price at 6,200. If you look at the splits, he's already averaging 38 fantasy points against the Brooklyn Nets. He currently averages 28, so that's a 10-point difference when he goes against the Brooklyn Nets. So definitely like Marcus Smart in this game. Let's move over to the small forward position, and we are going to be looking at the Phoenix Suns. All right, Phoenix Suns. There's not going to be any Chris Paul for now, 6 to 8 weeks with that thumb issue. I'm not sure if that's really that serious for 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know. Maybe he's just resting. Well, whatever the case is. All right, we're gonna focus in on these Suns and without Chris Paul. All right, obviously there's a boost to Devin Booker, and there's also a boost to Cameron Johnson. They're gonna need another scorer on the Phoenix Sun side. He gets more minutes when Chris Paul is out. Cameron Johnson is a knockdown shooter. We're going to see a little more field goal attempts from him, back to that 10 to 15 range when Chris Paul is out. So I definitely like Cameron Johnson. He's going to get a boost in minutes. You'll see that 30-minute plateau right there like he did against Houston. And currently in that game, he had almost 30 fantasy points at 4,300. That is a steal. he can definitely knock down the three at a very high clip. If he's just chipping in a few rebounds and assists here and there, then you have a stud. And his price currently at 4,300 is way too cheap. He should be around that 5,500 to 6K range once he reaches his full potential. Okay. Next guy we're going to move in on will be Danilo Gallinari of the Atlanta Hawks with John Collins. We checked the news on him. He is currently doubtful for Thursday, so that means the power forward duties will go to Gallinari. He's gonna have to. It's perfect matchup with DeRozan being a power forward there for the Chicago Bulls. Danilo Gallinari doesn't really have to bang with a big body. He will be helping out defensively with Vucevic as well, but Gallinari in this game environment, which should be a lot of points, his three-point shooting ability is going to be on display. 2 for 4 against Orlando, 3 of 7 against Cleveland. That's what we're looking for. And at 4,400, someone that's getting 30 minutes and plus, definitely have to take full advantage of that at 4,400. We really got to take advantage of these cheap prices for these starting caliber players, and we've done that with our first 4 picks, okay? Next, we are going over to the center position, and I want to really take advantage of the injuries on the OKC Thunder side. If we're looking at that, if we're looking at the forward and center position on OKC, there's not going to be no Lou Dort, who's a small forward. There's not going to be no Kenrick Williams, who's a small forward, power forward hybrid. Darius Bazley is going to be really the only big body down there with Isaiah Roby, who's really skinny. And then you got a veteran in Derek Favors, but that's a big question mark with no James Robinson Earl. Jeremiah Robinson Earl and no Mike Muscala. There are big bodies gone for the Thunder side of the ball, and we're going to be focusing in on DeAndre Ayton at 6,900. So I think they get back to that pick and roll game. Booker and Ayton can definitely get that going with them too. It's a very dangerous combo at 6,900. Ayton used to be 7K, almost 8K earlier in the season. As you can see, 7,500, 7,400. There's still upside for DeAndre Ayton. And against a very depleted big core area for the Thunder, I think DeAndre Ayton is definitely banking in a double-double. Hopefully we can get a 20-20 in this game. But at 6,900, that is way too cheap. I'm going that way for that game at the center position. All right, let's look at some of the value that we have. I have 2 guys for you. One will be Aaron Holiday for the Phoenix Suns. With no Chris Paul, he's out. There is currently also on the Phoenix Suns, they're missing their backup point guard if you're looking right here. Which is Cameron Payne, and that means Aaron Holiday will be either starting or the 6-man off the bench for the Phoenix Suns, getting a ton of minutes. He's had some opportunities against Houston. 20 minutes, came through with 23 fantasy points against Washington. Had 30 DK in 28 minutes. So you see some upside once he gets his opportunity at 3,700. Definitely someone we can consider, which could be a blowout. So you can see Aaron Holiday getting a ton of minutes. All right. And then next, with our value pick, I got 2 for you in this particular video. That will be Cedi Osman. All right. Like I said, no Levert and no Darius Garland. Cedi Osman becomes the next scorer off the bench. Other than the 2 Twin Towers that the Cleveland Cavaliers have, Isaac Okoro is very up-down with his scoring ability. Cedi Osman becomes that next shooter. All right. Cedi Osman has had some great games against Philly, where he had 22 fantasy points, against Indiana, where he had 38 fantasy points. So he can get really hot and really quick. All right. Can knock down the 3 between him and Dean Wade. But Cedi Osman is someone more consistent. Definitely has a nice off the ball type of game and dribble drive game. Cedi Osman is going to be that 6-man we're going to look for at 4,000. All right. So we got 2 value plays right there in Aaron Holiday and Cedi Osman. And then our lock of the night, okay? I can't fade it. There's a ton of great positions for a lot of these guys. Jokic is in a great matchup against Sacramento. I think Zach LaVine is too cheap against Atlanta since he was out, and it really was just DeRozan and Vucevic. The you can really take advantage of Zach LaVine's current price, but someone that I think that's just going to take over the whole entire game. And obviously, there's no Chris Paul. We are going to be going with Devin Booker for the Phoenix Suns. With no Chris Paul, the ball will be in his hand. So we're expecting 20 plus points, hopefully 10 plus assists, rebounds to come with that, blocks, steals. He can do everything. Is going to be really put on his young shoulders without Chris Paul. So definitely love Devin Booker. Currently at 8,800. His price will skyrocket. He's going to be around that high 9K, maybe even 10K range. A little bit later, a couple of weeks from now, as you see Devin Booker really putting his team on his back, especially in more competitive games. But definitely love Devin Booker at 8,800. All right. Now, those are going to be our plays for Thursday. We're getting back in the mix. Daily videos on NBA. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also, let me know if you have any other ideas at any other positions I just spoke about. Maybe you have another value play down below. Let me know in that comment section, all right? And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Peace out, guys.